Hello and welcome to Maths with Udom. I remain your online mathematics tutor, Mr. Okon Udom, and I'm saying to you, welcome to today's class. So today, we are going to look at multiplication of fractions involving of. Multiplication of fractions involving of. Okay? Multiplication of fraction involving of. Okay? Multiplication of fractions involving of. Okay? So we underline that. So that is our topic for today. Now, when we talk about multiplication of fraction involving of, under order of operation in fraction, we have of, and that of simply stands for multiplication. Of stands for what? Multiplication. So of, whenever you come across of in mathematics, it represents what? Multiplication. Okay? Multiplication. Okay? So of represents multiplication. Multiplication cross. Okay? Now, let's have our example now. Our example. So simplify the following. Simplify this. Okay? So what do we have? Number 1, 2 number 2/3 of 1 number 1/2. Number 2, 3/8 of 2 number 2/9. And then number 3, so these are our examples for this problem. Okay, so we have to solve the following fractions. Okay, so for us to solve this problem, we need to do two things. We change the of to multiplication sign, and we also change all the mixed fractions into what? Improper fraction, and then we solve. So let's start from the first one, solution. Solution. Now, for number 1, what do we have? We have 2 number 2/3 of 1 number 1/2. Okay, so what do we do? The first thing to do is to what? Is to change the of to multiplication sign and the mixed fraction into what? Improper fraction. So 3 times 2 will give us 6, plus numerator 2 will give us 8/3. So we have 8 divided by 3. Of stands for what? Multiplication. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1. That's 3 divided by 2. So we have 3 divided by 2. Then we look for opportunity for cross cancellation. Okay, so 3 and 3, they cross and cancel each other. Okay, so we have 3 here 1, 3 here 1. What of 8 and 2? 8 and 2 can also cross and cancel each other because they have the same factor. So 2 can go through. So how many 2 in 2? 1. How many 2 in 8? We have what? We have 4. So the next thing is what? Multiply the remnants. 4 in numerator, then 1 here, then 1 in denominator and 1 at the other side. So 4 times 1 will give us 4. Divided by 1 divided by 1 is still what? Is still 1. So 4 divided by 1 is still the same thing as 4. So our final answer for that question is 4. 4 is our answer. Let's move to example 2. Okay? Example 2. So what do we have in our example 2? We have 3/8 of 2 whole number 2/9 multiplied by 1 whole number 3/5. We are going to do things here to solve it. We change all the mixed fraction to what? Improper fraction, and we change the off into multiplication. Okay, so for us to solve this, what do we have? We repeat 3/8 off. Change the off to what? Multiplication. Okay, so 9 times 2 will give us what? 18. 18 plus 2 will give us what? 20. So we have 20 divided by what? Our denominator 9. Okay, then we move to the last aspect. Times 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 will give us 8/5. 8 divided by 5. So the next thing we do here is we look for opportunity for cross cancellation. So what and what cross and cancels each other? Okay, so from here 8 and 8 cancels each other. Okay, because they are common factors. So 8 here 1, 8 here 1. What also cancel each other? Let's look at 3 and 9. These 3 and 9, they cross and cancel each other. Okay, so 3 here 1, 3 here 3. What of 20 and 5? 20 and 5 also cross and cancel each other. Okay, so we have 5 here 1, 5 here 4. So the next thing is for us to multiply all our numerators together and the remaining denominators together. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1 times 4 times 1 will give us 4. Divided by 1 times 3 times 1 will give us 3. Okay, so we cannot leave our answer this way. We change this improper fraction to a mixed fraction. So how many times can 3 go in 4? 1. 1 whole number, 1 over what? Over 3. That is, 3 can go in 4 one time. It will remain 1 divided by what? Our denominator. Okay, so that is the solution for number 2. So let's move to number 3 solution. Solution for example 3. Now for example 3, what do we have there? We have 6 divided by 7 of 5 whole number 1/4. So let's change the off to multiplication sign and the mixed fraction into what? An improper fraction. And this will give us 6 divided by 7. The off will change to what? Multiplication. Okay, so we have 5 times 4. 5 times 4 will give us what? 20. 20 plus numerator 1, 21. So we have 21 divided by what? Divided by 4. So let's cross and cancel. Okay, cross cancellation. Now 7 and 21, they have common factors. Okay, so we cross and cancel them. 7 in 7, 1. 7 in 21, we have what? We have 3. Okay, what of 6 and 4? They have common factor. 2 is a common factor. 2 can go in 6, 2 can go in 4. So we cross and cancel them as well. So 2 is a common factor between 6 and 4. So 2 in 6. 2 in 6 will give us 3. While 2 in 4 will give us what? Will give us 2. And what do we do next? We multiply the remnant. What is remnant? Remnant are the pieces that remains. So we have 3 multiplied by 3 will give us 9. Divided by 1 multiplied by 2 will give us 2. Okay, we can't leave the answer like this 9/2 because it's an improper fraction. We convert this this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. So 9/2 will give us, how many times can 2 go in 9? So 2 can go in 9 4 times. Okay, so we have 4 times. What is remaining? It will remain 1 divided by what? our denominator 2. And that is the answer for that question. Let's have our assignment for today's class. Assignments. So the assignment simplify the following fraction. Simplify the following fraction. And what are the fractions? Number 1, 5 whole number 1/3 of 2 whole number 1/4. Number 2, 1 whole number 7/9 of 3 whole number 3/4 times 3/8. Number 3, 5 whole number 1/4 of 2 whole number 4/5. Number 4, 4/11 of 3 whole number 2/3. And lastly, number 5, 1 whole number 2/21 of 4 whole number 1/5. So these are your questions and your assignments for today's class. All you need to do is to solve these assignments, send your work to your school teachers for appropriate marking and corrections, and you see all your mistakes if there's any mistake in your work. But remember, you get better by the day. So we are through with today's class. Kindly like this video, drop your comments in the comment section, share this video to all your friends and family members globally, all over the world, and most importantly, click on the subscribe button under this video. Remember, to become a mathematician, you need to practice constantly. Until I come your way again next time, I still remain your online maths tutor, Mr. Okun Udam, and I'm saying to you, remain mathematically sound. See you in my next class. Bye for now.